Hello, Windom Elementary. I'm Mr. Gullo, and I am super excited to be with you here today. Do you know why I'm excited? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Did you know that today is a special day? Yep, that's right. Today is a holiday. What's that?
Hey, Mr. Gullo, what are you talking about? I never heard of any holidays on this day. Are you messing with us?
Oh, you don't believe me? It's true. Today is a holiday called Arbor Day.
What is Arbor Day? I've never heard about that.
Oh, don't worry if you've never heard about it. I'm here to teach you all about it. Arbor Day is a holiday that is all about trees. Planting trees, caring for trees, and learning about why they are so important to the planet. It is celebrated in many countries all over the world.
Hi, Brazil here. We love our rainforest trees.
Hello, Canada here, your neighbor up north. We love trees so much that we put a maple leaf on our flag.
Anche in Italia amiamo gli alberi, soprattutto I fichi.
Did you know that the first Arbor Day was celebrated over 400 years ago? Yep, people have been celebrating Arbor Day for a long time.
But why, Mr. Gullo? What makes planting trees and caring for them so important?
Great question. I'm glad you asked, and you've come to just the right guy. You see, some people might call me a bit of a tree expert. I love trees, and I love planting them all over our community. So some of you might have learned about the different people and what they do in our community. My job is to teach people all about trees and to sell them trees to plant in their yards. So, boy, where do I start? There's just so many great things about trees. Did I mention I love trees? The first thing to know is that trees are really important for our environment on planet Earth. Like, super important, guys. They do so many things for us and our animal friends that make Earth such a great place to live. Did you know that trees actually clean the air we breathe? Yep, they take in something called carbon as well as other pollutants and trap them in their leaves and bark. This happens through something called photosynthesis, which is really just a fancy word for how a tree feeds itself and grows. Now, you might have heard of something called climate change before. Scientists think that us humans have released too much carbon into the air from cars, power to our homes, and industry, which turns into carbon dioxide and makes our planet too warm, causing droughts, floods, hurricanes, and more. Remember how we said trees trap carbon? Well, yep, trees fight climate change by doing this. But that's not all. As a result of this photosynthesis, trees release oxygen into the air. You know, the stuff we need to breathe. Trees also provide us with food. Does anyone here like apples, pears, cherries, oranges, nuts like pistachios, walnuts, or cashews? Or how about my favorite, olives? All of these foods grow on trees. And guess what? These are all healthy foods that nourish our bodies too. Trees also provide wood for building things such as the homes we live in, furniture, tools, and many other things. The paper we write on comes from trees as well. Trees can cool us down with their shade on a hot day, and a walk in the park amongst trees is one of the best activities to reduce stress and anxiety and improve your mood. They're also fun to climb and build tree forts in as long as you're safe and don't hurt yourself or the tree. And who doesn't like playing in a pile of leaves once fall comes? We are not the only ones who benefit from trees, however. Our animal friends love trees as well. Trees provide homes for many wildlife. These are the bald eagles who live in a tree across the street from my parents' house. It's really cool to see them soar across the yard. I'm sure you've seen squirrels and chipmunks climbing through trees before as well. Many more animals, such as koala bears, orangutans, sloths, some frogs and snakes, and possums call trees home as well. Trees also feed the animals, whether it be leaves, flowers, fruit, or nectar. Trees are the main food source for many animals. Trees also provide cover for many animals from predators. Now, these are just some of the amazing things trees do for us on our planet. Trust me, I can go on and on. But now that we know how awesome trees are, who wants to go on a trip to see some different trees? Our first stop is California. Okay, we are in a very special place, the Redwood Forest. Standing behind me are some of the tallest and oldest living beings on Earth, redwood trees. Did you know that some of these trees are over 2,000 years old? Not 200, 2,000. The tallest tree in the world is a redwood that is 379 feet tall. That's as tall as a skyscraper. Now look at this one. This is the redwood's cousin, the giant sequoia. And this particular one is the largest tree in the world. I want you to take a look around your classroom. Look from one end to the other. This tree right here is wider than your entire classroom. It is over 36 feet wide, and it's still growing to this day at about 2,200 years old. All right, we're in Madagascar now. Look at these trees behind me. How cool are they? These are called baobab trees, and their nickname is the tree of life. Why is that? Well, this tree sustains life in harsh climates for others. During the rainy season, it sucks up water and stores it in these massive trunks. During the dry season, it produces a fruit that's up to 1 foot long for animals to eat. If it's a really dry season, animals will even eat the tree bark for water to survive. So does this tree look familiar to anyone? This tree is so important that Disney built this giant artificial one at its Animal Kingdom park. All right, we are back home. Wow, what an adventure we were on. We saw some amazing trees, but did you know that you don't have to travel the world to see amazing trees? I am standing under a giant oak tree, and we are right in our own backyard. We're at one of my favorite places. We're at Green Lake in Orchard Park, and we're gonna take a look at some amazing trees here. So follow me. All right, I am here with Luciano Gullo, and we are going to show you how to plant a tree, right, Luciano? Mm-hmm. So each of you are getting your very own tree to bring home, and it will look like this. Can you show them, Luciano? And what type of tree is that?
The white flowering dogwood.
All right, so we are going to want to get a pot about this size. Do you have one, Luciano?
Mm-hmm. What about this pot?
Let me see. Yeah, I guess that would work. So the first step, let's keep your pot up here. The first step is we're gonna wanna put some soil in our pot, right? So we're gonna... And let's grab our trees. So we want to bury the tree just to where these little roots go. We don't want to go too high with the soil. So we're going to want to put it in our pot like this. And with one hand, we'll hold the tree. And with the other hand, we'll fill the soil in. Looks pretty good. And the last step we're going to want to do is, well, actually the second last step. We're going to want to pack our soil in a little bit. Make it nice and tight so that it'll help your tree stand up. And Luciano will do the last step for us. What do we need to do now?
Water it. But not too much or it can drown.
Yep, can you get mine too? All right, and that is how you plant a tree. Thanks, Luciano. I want to leave you with one thought before we say goodbye. Sure, planting just one tree won't make a huge difference. But if each and every one of us plant one tree, that is over 600 new trees in our community, which is a big difference. Together, we make a difference at Windom Elementary. Happy Arbor Day, everyone.